Joining us now is Power the Future founder and executive director Daniel Turner. Daniel, you're an expert in this area. What's going on here? What's your read of this situation? Who's right, who's wrong on this one?
Well, California is in the wrong, and that's unsurprising. California's waiver has exempted them this blanket permission that none of the punitive measures of any laws, any environmental laws that came out of the Biden EPA, for example, they have to pay. So Gavin Newsom can say, well, yeah, no, we're implementing this, and it doesn't cost our economy. It doesn't make our life more difficult. The California waiver has been this blanket acknowledgement that California doesn't really have to follow the law, because we realize if California put into effect all these environmental policies, their economy would be in worse shape than it is. So California lost their waiver on environmental rules. But look, this is another example of California just trying to decide winners and losers. I saw that little teaser of the upcoming interview or the upcoming clip with Eric Swalwell. Why is food so expensive? Because of things like this. Because of the amount of environmental policy put on truckers, put on farmers. Where President Trump is trying to get rid of all of that so that we can bring prices down, and yet you've got Democrats who are fighting to keep these policies in place. It's insanity.
California and its liberal idiots are fighting this only for, again, power control. It's not for what is good for the people of California. You have written and talked, and I have read endlessly about the insanity and moronacy of electric commercial vehicles, trucks specifically. Drayage trucks, new ones have to be diesel starting last year, and you know this, but just the weight of these vehicles. Each electric truck has to run on 2 batteries, 8,000 pounds. Batteries can power trucks for only 150 to 330 miles between charges, and a charge takes up to 8 hours. So you can imagine, they can only go short distances anyway, and then tear the roads apart.
Yeah, and you're paying for that, right? You're paying for your delivery truck to pull over to the side of the road for 8 hours to charge up their vehicles. And what should be delivered in a day is taking 2 days because of delays in charging. You're paying for those costs. So that's driving up the price. Look, I'm really indifferent about where the economy goes if the free market decides it. If electric vehicles one day rule the world, that's great. I called my organization Power the Future because I don't know what the future is going to be. But I do know that right now, electric vehicles are not this panacea that they're made out to be. Electric tractors are non-existent. Electric commercial truckers are driving up costs. And so we're not going to have a bright future if we punish our today. And mandating it, whether it was Joe Biden or Gavin Newsom, mandating it with false deadlines and false percentages. By 2030, 50% of trucks have to be EV. None of those things are going to usher in a better tomorrow.
I want to transition to this because Rivian is saying it's facing a $100 million hole after Trump rolled back fuel economy standards. Rivian, I've driven one. It's a good product, but boy, financially, they've got some real question marks.
It's a fantastic car. It's really cool. I haven't driven one. I can't afford one. They're incredibly expensive. But God bless the people who can afford one, right? But poor Rivian, their model was based on government mandates that were going to outlaw the combustion engine, tax incentives that were subsidizing your purchase of an electric vehicle, and then also these exuberant, these crazy standards coming out of the Biden EPA of CAFE standards, of tailpipe emission standards that were punishing their competition. So if your business model is based on the power of government coercion to get rid of your competition, then you don't really have a product, right? What you have is force. And so no offense to Rivian, but now that you have to compete in the free world, in the free market, and you're not as profitable, that's not the fault of the Trump administration. It's the fault of a lousy business model that depended upon government to kick your enemies to the curb.
Yet you built your business model on the sky-high dreams of a bunch of liberal idiots. So they're eventually going to get voted out. So good luck. No bailout. Daniel Turner, great to see you.
No, thank you.
After the break, someone take these grown men's phones